Welcome back, everybody, here to the D2CL Christmas special magic special. Something to do with magic.
Charity magic.
Charity magic, that's it. I knew there was another word in there. There had to be another word in there somewhere. Alright, we're into our drafting time again. So the first one banned out by FNG is, that is just weird. I'm assuming it's a random draft.
Yeah, ARDM was the first one.
Okay, so random deathmatch has been removed. He must have been watching the one, doesn't want it. In return, it was then the 1v1 solo mid removed.
Then we had mid only, ability draft, reverse captain's mode, AP, and random draft. What the hell? Captain's mode and captain's draft are still in there, as well as least played and limited heroes. This
we might be having a normal game.
These guys are boring. Jesus. They're here for the $40,000 prize pool, not the charity.
There goes limited heroes as well as single draft.
So
if we actually end up with captain's mode, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. There goes least played.
Oh God. Can I just? I'm just gonna flame the hell out of FNG if this actually happens.
Do it. You're allowed to. You know him very well.
He was the one. He banned away ARDM, reverse CM, random draft, single draft, and mid only. Those are all fun modes.
I reckon he'll just end up with all random.
All random. I'd be down with all random.
That's the only thing that's probably going to save us in this case. Is just running all random. And, well, there goes captain's mode out.
Oh, whew.
So the decision...
Dodged a bullet, boys.
The decision rests with SVB. Do we go all random, or do we go captain's draft?
Either one is kind of interesting, I guess. I would much rather... I mean, if I was SVB, I would say all random. And just YOLO it.
Wait, they take out single draft. That's not possible. That was already removed.
Yeah, FNG banned that not so long ago.
Uh-huh. Yep, it's already banned. Random draft. They take out... Wait, no!
Random draft is also...
No, that's also removed. You can't. Was it at least two? You have AR, and CD. The last two. There we go. I have the last two left on our list. And they take out captain's draft.
All random. All right.
We are going all random for our
Smart
last
play for
game of the night.
Hey, you're up against a team like VP, you leave it to the flip of the coin, because 50% odds is definitely much better than, your regular odds against this team. I mean, they just beat OG.
I'm really hoping Pikachu rate him Zeus. Just saying that off the cuff.
Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt. Pikachu used Lightning Bolt. It was not very effective.
It could be.
It was versus a tiny, in my head.
All random. It's a mod. Yes, it is. It's a game type. Okay. Wait. Someone just asked, "Are we allowed to pick?"
No, repick.
In all random. No, it doesn't give you that option. It'll let you swap, but it won't let you. It won't let you repick. Yeah, there's no repick, Dale. It doesn't exist. Swap, I believe, is allowed. In all random. Because I know there's some modes where it locks swap, so you can't. I think that's actually in single draft. You can't swap.
Yeah, because otherwise you'd craft a team together. But I would say... Yeah, I think swapping... I'm just looking at this from the perspective of this mode having fun. I think the natural RNG element of AR is, bad enough. I don't think you want to leave it up even further to chance by not having swaps.
Yeah, you would definitely... Swaps make so much sense. Just so everyone can play their lanes they want to play too. Even if you're forced onto different heroes. Yeah. This will be our last game for the night.
What hero do you want to see, Toby?
Dro. Actually, no, I want to see Nature's Prophet.
You shouldn't have even asked that question, Jesus. Nature's Prophet?
I would be fine with it.
God, you're boring too.
I'm not boring.
Yeah, you'd be one of these players. You'd be like, oh, let's play AP, guys. It sounds like a great choice of mode. Nature's
You know
prophet.
what would be hilarious is if we actually get to random techies for VP.
That's so gross.
Actually, random techies for VP.
I mean, that would be kind of funny. Techies. I mean, it's been long enough that we haven't seen that hero that I guess it would be fun to see.
No. It's been just long enough.
What
What else is there which is nice? Knowing VP, they're probably gonna get both Visage as well as Dro random to all of them. It's just gonna happen.
I'd just like GG out if I was SVB. I'd just be like, well, good job. You won the coin toss. I called tails. It was heads. GG.
Game was great, boys. Game was great. Now let's go play something that's fair. What would actually be terrible is if we get like an Earth Spirit randomed in.
Earth Spirit would be pretty funny. Oracle. Any of the heroes that are not Terrorblade. That'd be pretty funny as well.
You mentioned getting Terrorblade.
Terrorblade's pretty nasty.
You actually have like Terrorblade going up against someone like Medusa. Well, welcome to the tournament, everybody.
Yeah. What if you just like random Wraith King and then like the enemy team gets Anti-Mage, Nyx Assassin, and just, destroys you?
Okay. According to the chat, it will let you repick once in all random.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh. Wow.
Yep. Okay.
All right, looks like our admin's ready to go. Did he get the answer?
No swap, no repick.
Is that what he said?
That's the admin who just said no swap, no repick. Okay, no repick, no swap. Go. We are going to launch. You are stuck with what you got.
It's where you see the versatility of the players. If a support randoms up a carry, I know Lil. If Will doesn't get Visage, what does he do?
Lil's just like, fine, I can do everything. And you get like Ember Spirit, Earth Spirit, Star Spirit, all on the same team. And you're like, okay, we're screwed. This game is over. And it's on like the non-cause.
Broadcaster issues.
What?
Oh, there we go. Just Russian taking a look. Okay, I have the same problem. All right, you stay in game. I'll disconnect and reconnect and see if that fixes it. Actually, just jump back to the menu.
No, there we go. It just took a second to load in. And now...
All right, what do we got?
We are
SVD have carries.
I also don't understand why I have this HUD. I specifically asked for default HUD.
VP have an actual decent lineup. Like they have heroes where they should be.
Lil's got
Not everyone's playing the right heroes, but
Lil's got
good luck, Lil. Oh my God!
How do I micro all this magic?
Wait! I'm gonna message him right now. I'm gonna see it.
You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to. It's against the rules.
Can you play Invoker? I just want to know if he can. Because this is gonna be hilarious if he can't.
Yeah. I don't know what. Someone translate that. Someone translate that.
All right, so SVD, obviously their lanes are a little messed up, but they do have like Night Stalker is a great hero here for them to random.
They can pacify the lanes with a lich.
They've got the Luna and Night Stalker synergy. Make it nighttime.
They actually do.
Yeah.
They actually do.
Anyway, they got a mid DK, and then top lane's going to be an AM
Oh, they're
lich.
coming for FNG, but not like this. Smiley, Sauce with the Frost, and that's actually really good. FNG, all he has to do is skill Skeleton Walk and use it once, and you already burn, one, the Frost Blast of Smiley, and two, you make sure he can't just sacrifice the lane back all the time.
All right, so they're going to be running a dual offlane for VP, Warlock and Tusk. This is the best way to run it, I think, because Warlock is a pretty bad tri-lane support, but he's excellent if he can get levels.
Silent, I don't know if he really meant to do that. He dragged the creep wave aggro up so far that now the Radiant creep wave is going to go down because it came underneath the tier 1 tower.
It makes it harder for Dragonite to be able to CS if he's last hitting against tower.
But so far he's 2 for 2.
Yeah, you got.
And the Anti-Mage now is going to be zoned out by Phobos. So God becomes the hard farmer on the Tusker. And they use Shadow Word to keep the Anti-Mage down. Actually, what do you even do? Like, that's some high base damage from a Warlock. And with Shadow Word, he's already down below half of his life.
Pretty sure they don't need the line here, but I guess he's going to be pulling, so that makes it okay. He wouldn't really do anything at the bottom lane. FNG is just going to be completely shut out. They need him, I guess, to get solo experience. I didn't think about it this way, but he has to get solo experience because this is an auto-lost lane. So he just needs to get to level 6 as soon as possible so he can start jungling. This is by far the optimal play, I guess.
And then VP just try and get the best trade-off they can, which is kills up on the top. Difficult to do, but while Lich is not having the most successful pulse, he needs to have that level 2 to drag the creep wave back a little bit more.
Alright, Lil's going to be going for the Quaswex Invoker build. Not terribly surprising, especially in a game where you've got SVB actually need a lot of farm on their heroes because they have an AM. Dragonite is a pretty farmy core mid, as is obviously the Luna.
Snowball, they're coming in. They're looking for Dale. And do they have the follow-up stun? Silent is not involved in it, so the answer is no. He already does the blink, however, and Phobos is a little bit too heavily behind this tower. He unfortunately blocked the pull point. Okay, no, they didn't. That observer was just a little bit too high up. So he did have a creep camp he could pull that into, but
instead, Dale! He's dead!
They actually lock him in.
He popped out of the trees in order to try and get some harassment hits on Lion underneath the tower, but they just turned on him real quick.
That's a nice start for VP then. Still haven't found this bottom lane. It's almost worth bringing a sentry ward down. Klinks is burning through. In fact, he's burned through almost every bit of his mana.
Uh-oh. Silence dead.
Oh, Snowball. Going to go into Smiley. Silent just wants to try and outrun this one. Dale can't get close enough, and he turns around as Dale blinks forward. And Phobos, well, he won't tie their fates together with the Fatal Bonds. He's definitely hitting hard into Smiley as well as Dale.
Yeah, Fatal Bonds is such a great spell ever since they changed it to just be enemies bound. As a level 1 ability, and that's all you really need to do is just get level 1 of it. It's great for harassing dual or tri lanes like this, and then he could start getting levels of upheaval if he wants after that.
He still hasn't used it yet.
And you know how effective that's going to be with a Tusk, actually? If somebody's blocked out from the ice shards and they're underneath the upheaval as well, they have to run back into the upheaval and around the ice shards.
It's pretty brutal if you don't have a blink, and the only person on SVB's got that is, would you believe, the hero laning in him. So, the Animage. I'm actually waiting for the Arcane boost to arrive over here on God. Because right now, Phobos hasn't been using Fatal Bonds because he can't afford just to spam out Dale. He really wants it to Nile, and he's going to get it. But the blink forward, Phobos with that one attack, Dale, that's a level 2 Shadow Word. That's going to drop him down, especially with that last attack. Phobos got the kill. Dale's going to die right now in front of his own tier 2 tower. Really easy money. While FNG is trying to courier snipe, he'll miss the timing for it, even if the courier has taken considerable damage.
Nice play there by Lil. He throws Cold Snap on the Dragonite and throws EMP behind the DK. So the DK, in order to avoid the mana burn of EMP, he actually has to move forward into Lil, allowing Lil to get a lot of harassment damage on him.
Silent should be dead on bottom lane. He'll make a break for the trees, as the juking is the only thing that will save himself right now, as Night Stalker actually using one of his mangoes, allowing now Luna to get that Lucent Beam kill.
If he had actually run up and gotten the stun on Luna before the Night Stalker, instead of trying to juke downwards, he would have actually gotten a turn kill.
Coulda, woulda. Snowball coming middle lane, chasing after the Pikachu. They don't have detection, however. The EMP burn is still going to be there, and well, Smiley and Pikachu now have nothing in the tank, but one has a mango and the other has wards in a bottle. One charges in a bottle. It's like FNG's moved his lane up, so he's head up towards the top lane, but Silent now.
Silent.
He's just locked in here. Welcome to Virtus.pro, Silent. Enjoy your death on bottom lane. They just gather around him and kill him off. They'll still take considerable damage getting out of here. In fact, the Night Stalker probably should have tanked this up a little bit more, but either way.
He's probably talking to FNG and Lil right now. He's like, how do you guys do it? Just, be low level and be hunted down like that constantly. Speaking of being hunted down, Dale just now picked up a Ring of Regen. That's all he has. PMS, Hatchet, Ring of Regen. He's just been so shut out by this Warlock. DK Phobos is doing an excellent job.
They're switching the lanes up now because of it. You can see VP trying to hit level 6, so then they had the Finger of Death for the quick pick. Combining that up with the Tuskar is just a beautiful thing. And Phobos, they also need to get him some space. Get those rocks on the field. SVP don't really have any great things up against the Chaotic Offering as well as Upheaval. No way just to run out of it. But they're definitely going to run into Lil as he'll just Tornado quickly over onto the Night Stalker. Nice double stun from Silent, keep his Smiling and Pikachu out. The Snowball moving forward. The Night Stalker wants to keep running. He'll get the Void kill, but takes so much damage from the tower. Also shares it back because the Fatal Bonds. They just keep pumping into the Luna. They can attack anyone. In fact, attacks onto the tower. Doing enough, the Phobos just needs one attack. His phase boots are on cooldown for 2 more seconds, and that will allow him to catch up to the Luna if they go the right way with the shot.
Oh no!
God! Misses this timing, misses the location.
G is not a Tuskar player. That's what we learned from that one. That said, we also learned Lil does play Invoker. I mean, that was a pretty fast reaction for the Ghost Walk. Obviously, the true test is going to be later on when you're throwing, you know, multiple spells in one team fight. But
Silent's in trouble again. The TP comes in from the Warlock this time around, taking himself a very long time to get down. Looks like Luna's also very lucky to survive this middle lane. The EMP Tornado's going to work. And this time, God, he gets the shards perfectly. Locks in the Lich to start with and also made sure the Pikachu was choke pointed. Lil needs just something more to reach him, but with the stun from Pikachu, as well as that one charge, he had enough for the instant Dragon Tail stun. And God, one last attack, and he'll end up dropping as well. Stop to actually pop the Sigil. Probably would have still died anyway, even if he didn't stop.
Probably not a great idea diving a Dragonite with Magic Wand like that. It's just a recipe for disaster.
It's only 1 point up in that Dragon Blood,
They're
but look at
making
the
good
Luna
use of the Night Stalker so far.
coming in behind Silent as Phobos needs to do something here. The EMP Tornado, it flies in. The Fatal Bonds have connected their fates once again. They'll take out 2. Moving over to the Luna. It's actually going to be 3 kills going the way of Virtus.pro. As Smiley's on the run. God, no Snowball. Shards are off cooldown in 4 seconds time. But Smiley's already back far enough. Actually, he body blocks himself on his own creep wave, forcing him back in closer. One more attack from the Warlock will do it. They'll actually take 4 from this.
Well played, G. Getting a bit better with those Ice Shards now. And this game's looking pretty rough for SVB. They've got an Urn coming in for Lil's Invoker. He's really far behind in CS because his matchup was actually not that favorable for him. Quaswick's Invoker is very low in attack damage, and Dragonite being a melee hero does have the slight advantage there. But also, whenever you breathe fire, it takes away even more damage away from the Invokers. So he was left with, you know, just this pittance of damage to trying to obtain last hits, and it just wasn't working for him. But now that he's got the Urn, he has potential for kill power with Cold Snap.
Pikachu needs help. FNG going to get stunned up. Breathe Fire level 4 is also available, but FNG, that's some confidence. Using Soul Ring right in front of the Dragonite and then avoiding the Breathe Fire. Phobos going to heal himself up. He's still got Silent as a little bit of support up his sleeve.
They have the rocks, though. They may try and drop it against the Night Stalker.
Yep, they will do so, but this is Darkness. He's got the movement speed available, but they need more damage to fly into him. They just don't have it. So the rock gets Night Stalker.
Quista?
He's going back in. He thought he had enough to kill off Silent. You don't blame him. He had 5 HP after that last Void, but the quick movement in from Lil will allow him to take the kill on Night Stalker, and maybe a little bit more, because FNG is stalking the Lich. There's no Dire or Observer Ward, so Smiley's not going to be certain what's chasing him down here, but Lil is most definitely on the hunt, looking for more Urn charges, and now, in fact, Smiley, well, Lil just steals the Urn charges, doesn't even help with the kill.
Cold Snap's range is actually absurd. I don't know how Lil was able to throw Cold Snap that far, but that should not be a thing. But because they have a Clinks, they're going to be able to drop towers really quickly. Even if he is an under-leveled Clinks, he still has the almost maxed out Searing Arrows. He went for 2 levels of Skeleton Walk just for the added mobility. Pretty common on Clinkses, actually. They only want to get 1 level of Strafe early on, and they'll oftentimes try to get more levels of Skeleton Walk because that'll help offset the dust disadvantage. If you ever get caught by the dust as a Clinks with maxed out Skeleton Walk, it's actually not that big of a deal.
God's moving over. He would love to attack him, but they got no vision up next to the tier 2 tower. Now they're going to see 3 heroes move in and understand this is not the play. And 10-6, that DK is still the highest net worth on the field. Moving closer and closer towards that Blink Dagger. Killing off God is going to really help with that. But of course, killing off a Tuskar is not an easy task. He's chasing this in way too deep. Phobos may not have the rocks, but at the same time, Silent's going to be there for the follow-up stun. You've got Snowball. You've got Lil arriving. He's got the tornado available, but the stun hitting so hard with the loser beam as well. They end up killing off Lil. The snowball never came out from God in time to save his teammate, and now because he used it, the Eclipse will ensure the kill onto that Tusker.
Lil just ramboed in there. I think he thought that Warlock had golems. That's the only way that he would just dive in there like that.
So they'd use the stun on him, and then he'd just golem it up.
Yeah, I think he just figured that they had more team fighting power than they actually did. But Lion doesn't have his ultimate, and Warlock had still needed another 45 seconds at the time for Chaotic offering.
There goes your tier 1. DK doing work, exactly what you want to see from a DK as well. 2 tier 1 towers down, 11 minutes into the game. I suppose it's still been the same going the other direction, but you're up against a Clink, so both teams have really great abilities to take out these tier 1 towers. And what do you look for from FNG? Like, is this when you go for the treads, do you go in for something a little bit stronger for the Clinks, or do you just go directly in for a Deso?
I think, yeah, Deso is usually the best build for Clinks, just like the Templar Assassin. I don't think there's some value in Orchid simply because the Animage has been so far shut down.
Missed that kill. I was waiting
just as I was about to get nighttime too.
I'm just waiting for Dell to be initiated on just like this. As Hex, Silent need to be the first one in then. He needed to get that Hex over on Dell and follow up with the stun. When they go Finger of Death,
getting Smiley.
Okay.
He's not going to try for it though. He doesn't know how many heroes are behind Smiley. And once this is the problem when you it's obviously this is the build, Tranquil Boots. But when you go Tranquil Boots and you don't have any other stat items, if you lead with Hex, your mana pool is not great, and you may not be able to do a full combination.
FNG's looking for a little bit of help here. Dell's got Blink, and well, FNG's trying to be in a good position for this, and there it is. They start with the stun. The Blink is still up from Dale. 76 life will survive on the soaking up Finger of Death, and well, there goes your dust. FNG, oh, he is really in a bad pickle. 5 heroes from SVB, all surrounding him and killing him off.
VP will get the trade-off, though, as middle tower is likely to fall with SVB committing that many heroes to a lane. In fact, Lil's going to join him just to make sure they have the extra power. Interesting enough, Lil is not going to be going for the Orchid route. Looks like perhaps maybe it could be Yules against Night Stalker Silence.
I'm wondering if they just go full Necros to try and force it with the rocks.
It could be Necro. I think, like, normally it's most likely Force Staff, but...
Oh, Shards hit really nicely. That Tornado as well. There's no EMP follow-up, but then the Eclipse from the Luna, but the rocks already taking out the Lich, and God, he's in so deep at the moment. But they've already taken out the Luna, so the bonus damage is gone. The upheaval is well far behind. At least they might be able to catch out that Courier with the point booster, but instead it's the Night Stalker on the run. And they need to see the vision. Pikachu, the stun, it flies from Silent, hits perfectly. FNG will attack from the side. They actually get both Courier plus the DK, but they will not be able to claim the Night Stalker. And Animage just keeps farming up, and he's not going for the Battle Fury. He's going directly for Vladimir's offering as this anti-mage.
I think he realizes that he's not going to be able to build the Battle Fury in time, and he needs to start utilizing the jungle a bit more efficiently. So Vlad's is oftentimes the catch-up item on an AM that's been shut down this hard and continues to lack any real map control.
Dude, that's looking shut down hard. You got an under 3k net worth Luna, who looks like she's just building into nothing but an Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, I mean, they very early on put Luna as the 4 position because they needed the Night Stalker to create space for the Animage. I think that made a lot of sense. And this is probably the best way to build a support Luna, just getting, like, statting up and going for an Ags. But unfortunately, the Night Stalker wasn't able to create enough space for this Animage. And now they're going to be left without a real hard carry for quite some time.
FNG found him. He's got help from Silent. There's your stun. Follow up. After the Hex gets the initial control. And FNG had the damage required to get the kill. And it's going to be the Orchid build coming in from the Clinks instead.
Yeah, he's just going to continue to shut down the Animage. That is a build that destroys AM when AM's been shut down like this. He won't have Manta for, like, right now, I would say at least 20 minutes without him dying ever again. If he dies more, it's going to be more like 30, 35 minutes before he gets a Manta. That's going to be seeing the full effectiveness of this Orchid build for the Clinks. Honestly, I don't know what SVB do because they don't really have superior team fight power with the Lich and Dragonite. They're not great heroes that just overwhelm the enemy team with their prowess. So
Radiant structures are fortified.
Kind of left with not many options except for pushing. That's the one thing this team does quite well, actually.
Well, it worked. They took out the tier 2 tower, and they're going to go for more. Already coming up to the tier 3 tower. Still got the dragon form, half of his duration left, but Lil, he's so close to finishing up. Oh, actually, he's forcing Pikachu inside the base. The EMP burns out all the mana of the Night Stalker. His one didn't repair anything. In fact, he used it just before it. And now with the sun arriving from the Lion, Pikachu, they don't have enough damage. The Urn, however, okay.
Oh, nice
The
armlet.
armor toggles down at the perfect time, so the Urn doesn't kill him off, but FNG opening up with the searing arrows into that Luna. You're still
Oh,
gonna
they
low
turned
DK,
around.
but they turn with the ulti. Have they got enough? With the Walrus Punch, it will be a 1 for 2, but you still lost your Invoker for VP. Rock's being dropped by Phobos, and he just move it over and punch the Night Stalker down. Tuskar with the shards ensures the kill. But DK's already TP'd himself away to safety, and everyone else from SVP have just retreated.
That EMP actually set the whole entire tone of the fight because of the fact that they didn't have any mana on the Night Stalker to do more than just silence up FNG. They couldn't use those multiple nukes that would have actually provided more kills for SVB and potentially made that turnaround worth it for them. But unfortunately, they were just lacking damage to get anything else.
Silent's going to be a bigger initiator soon. Once he farms up this middle lane, which should be in about, well, now, he'll have himself the Blink Dagger. And with that jump in, Anti-Mage can no longer be secure in his ability just to jump across the river and split push farm. It's all going to take us one Blink to Hex and he's down.
SVB are going to find the pick-off on DK Phobos, it looks like.
Yeah, good smoke. They actually ran underneath an Observer Ward to find this. Phobos is still very tanky. And he's going to try and make him work for it at least.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's Warlock actually has, I believe, pretty good strength gain per level. It's 2.5, which is actually pretty impressive
Pikachu?
for an intelligence hero.
Dead. Oh, no searing arrow. Now FNG throws it out. That armlet toggle is doing some work, but in comes your snowball. They can't lock him in. Trying to combine up them with the cold snap and searing arrows. And DK, Pikachu's a man who has got experience with that toggle.
I would like to see at least once Invoker try and go for the Sunstrike snipe against a DK. When you know he's only surviving when he's going back to the fountain off of armlet toggles. Even just one level of Exort allows you to potentially get that kill.
Smart movement from VP, make the most of this early reveal of the Blink Dagger. And they see Dale, he's the most obvious jump in. So actually Blink and gets the stun, which means they can follow up into the Hex with the EMP burn. Dale has no way out of that one, so the Anti-Mage is down for the count. And now you have FNG finishing up the full Orchid. SVP are thinking about a return, but Tornado picks up almost everyone.
This will also complete the Eul Scepter on Lil, so he'll have a defense mechanism against a lot of these different heroes. The Luna Ultimate, as well as the Night Stalker Silence, Eul's is pretty decent against, and it's also going to set him up for many of these abilities.
All right, FNG. Who's your target of choice? The Sentry Ward's being placed down by SVB, so they feel like something is wrong here. Clinks will just back out. They actually, they still have Dust over on the Lich. God's getting his space to farm on the top. He's now finished his full Greaves. As we said before, Silence got his Blink, FNG's got his Orchid, Phobos has 600 gold to his Aghanim Scepter, Lil has his Euls, and then over through SVB. That BKB really needs to come up for the DK. Once he's got that, VP are going to have a lot harder time dealing with him. Nice Stalker going into the Ags. The Lich is building into the mech, but still only has the Buckler for it so far. This Luna Ag is going to take forever, and now Dale actually gets initiated on. He's got enough life, he'll end up surviving this. Strength Treads, Blaz, and Yasha are enough for him. So Clinks understands he can't solo pick the AM off.
And AM is completely foregoing Battle Fury. It's kind of his only option. He's trying to go for the straight Manta in order to deal with the Orchid. It's a smart play, but it's going to significantly stall his 6 slot, obviously.
There's other players from VP to get back on top. Or stay on top. I still can't believe we're looking at a #1 position Phobos Warlock as far as net worth goes.
Yeah, he's been farming Machine.
No.
That's thanks to that Hand of Midas, obviously. Warlock is a great support to pick up Hand of Midas. You need levels and you need gold so you can get your Ags, which he has now. 21-minute Ags.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, very fast.
Dire's
Considering a Hand of Midas is part of the prize.
It definitely helps when you take out this many early towers as well. Like 21 minutes in, you've already taken out 4 towers. Now about to be 5. As SVP also burned their fortification to try and protect that tower, or at least buy some time.
Yeah, that's really what SVB is all about right now. It's just buying time. If they can complete the Ags on the Night Stalker, they can go into these fights 4 versus 5, buying space for the AM, but still have enough confidence in the 4 versus 5 to actually win fights because they will always have the vision advantage. So they're actually in an okay place for a recovery if they can get through this rough 5-minute period that they're going through right now and start initiating some fights 4 versus 5 and finding pickoffs.
Here goes Roshan. And VP. I like how Lil also has some skilled anything. Like there's no alacrity help out his teammates because he's got 1 point up in Invoke only. So when he does this, okay, now the alacrity comes, but he doesn't have the EMP tornado combo. All he's got is the EMP. So if SVP did decide to attack here, he wouldn't have actually had anything to help his teammates.
Kind of funny. Lil probably just knows he's not going to use an Invoke that's down to
Well, they found Luna, but can they get close enough? The sentry wards are down. FNG just runs himself away from the Eclipse. As the rocks hit the ground, they're all tied again through these fatal bonds. The upheaval from Phobos making it difficult to cross over the river and help out the DK. And SVP, now they've taken out 2 players. Pikachu will get the stun off, but there's going to be no follow-up really to this at all. It's just a 3-for-1 trade-off. The sacrifice was there from the Warlock, and Night Stalker retreats himself away under vision of the VP ward.
Boy, Fatal Bonds is a spell. That Dragonite went down to half HP purely through Fatal Bonds and Armlet taking him down. That was pretty insane. Good trade-off, obviously, for VP, and that's going to probably allow them to take the last of these Tier 2 towers out. The AM still isn't getting to a point where he's a threat, and he won't be for probably another 8 minutes at least. And I say threat, I just mean Manta only.
I don't think he's got 8 minutes. Lil is just
playing
okay.
Games.
He's bouncing Dale around. Starts with a Yule Scepter, follows up into a Tornado. How do you stop Animage from farming? Just keep him spinning up in the air.
Spin me right round, baby, right round.
It's a spin or something.
That BKB is never coming for Pikachu.
It really isn't. Like, if he... Yeah. He can dream. The Aghanims will come a long time before that. And I'm talking the Aghanims for both the Luna and the Night Stalker. In fact, it looks like Night Stalker has completed his Ags.
Yeah, Luna Ags could be something that upsets it. If he actually can get level 2, that's 12 total beams.
Wouldn't be too shabby.
Yeah, 12 beams. That's what...
Are you doing the math for damage?
Yeah, my head hurts. That's 3,600 damage. 3,600 magic damage. If all 12 beams hit.
Oh, Dale, gonna dodge the Tornado. There's got a lot of support behind him though, so Lil, if he wants to try and force this, gonna find himself in a world of hurt. And in fact, he does. He just runs in. The EMP will burn off all the mana of all the heroes, but he has no life left. So the only upside is up.
Oh, nice blink by Pikachu.
God started that punch.
Dire's top tower is
I
under
didn't flip the
attack.
dragon. SVP, they've really, I don't know if they even have to respect the EMP when Lil goes out solo like that. If there was
No,
support of
certainly
VP behind that EMP, SVP would be dead right now. And they had no vision to know this. FNG, okay, now they do. With the Aghanim set to nighttime, they see God running in. Silent trying to buy some space by going on to Dow. The Warlock, nice ulti, the Battle Bonds, ties them all up. FNG, all he's got to do is start beating them down. Pikachu and Dal, however, are not connected. But Pikachu's just so slow because of upheaval, and with the golems beating into the back of him, he'll drop as well. The Anti-Mage will end up surviving.
See, this is why I actually disagree with levels of stats on Warlock. I think you should at least get Fatal Bonds to level 3. in that scenario, if he did have Fatal Bonds
So he
level
gets
3,
all 5 heroes.
yeah, he would have gotten all 5 heroes, and Animage would have died while the Dragon Knight, because the Dragon Knight was at like full HP and Dale was down to like 200. Fatal Bonds easily kills Animage in that instance, but
He's leveling it up now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So eventually he'll get there.
he probably went early levels of stats.
He's only got 1 point up in stats. Like, that's all he's got.
Yeah, that's true.
And it would have made sense on his lane as well.
Yeah, if he went like a 1, 2, and then 1 in stats at level 4, I think that would make sense.
Yeah.
Over Upheaval.
It just means you don't have that really crazy team fight as far as damage. You just go for more control. Dale going to get orchided, but Manta is completed on him, but then a god makes the most out of it. Blinks in for the Walrus Punch as well as follow-up Snowball, but they don't want to keep this pressure going any further. He triggers the Greaves. Forces another blink out from the AM. And a big group up coming in from VP, but they're still missing one major player, and that's Lil. Lil, who is 1,000 gold off completing his Aghanims on the Invoker. FNG, that's a lot of confidence. But he's got Nagus the Immortal, so hey, why not? Finds the Luna up in the trees, but he'll find that Luna also TPing out. Nothing he can do about that, but they can catch up Pikachu until the blink. Gold blinks forward, Pikachu blinks back. And into the safety of his own base. That Aegis has now timed out over on the Clinks.
That's okay. VP, I think, are pretty content with just playing with time right now. They shouldn't let this go too late. Ultimately, they are still dealing with a Luna, Night Stalker, AM late game.
Silent. Draining Dale until he then can blink himself away to safety. Hello, Aghanim Scepter.
Yep.
Would you believe us up before the BKB of the DK? Oh, they're going to walk into
this
this.
could be a huge fight.
That Observer Ward, though, is visible for SVB because they got the gem beforehand, so the Tornado will fly up, only connect on the Night Stalker. The bigger question is, can this Animage get himself away? He blinks himself down and into the tree line to Silent. Oh, he goes for the blink and blind stun, thinking he actually blinked himself down across the river area. But not to be the case, so SVP get away.
Seriously, if Fervian actually puts this Eclipse on the Animage when he blinks in Manta, like just imagine a hero. Imagine a support that has an AM blink on him, the AM pops Manta, surrounds you, right? That by itself is terrifying enough, but what if that AM also has Eclipse on him? And he's both right-clicking you down and having this magic damage. You just like instantly kill one hero at least.
Does it get removed when the hero dies?
Yeah, just like the Luna, I believe.
Okay, because then it might be better to put it over on the DK, as now he will jump forward. And, yep, it actually throws it on top of the DK, but the Snowball protects him. The Tornado will fly in too, so the DK up and towards the air, with the EMP burn coming in. At least removes the mana of SVB, and Clinks wants to open up on the Night Stalker, but FNG's going to be careful. Even with this armor. He just can't fight through it, and Phobos. Okay, Dale going in. Phobos will drop the ulti down. The Fatal Bonds does connect up a couple, but not really enough. It's Dale. Is happy with the BKB bait out. Blinks himself away to safety. And in fact, he even blinks himself all the way into safety, back into the base.
An interesting idea going BKB after the Aghanim Scepter. I really like it. Just because a refresher wouldn't be useful yet for the Warlock. You probably don't have that kind of mana sustain because you are lower level. So you're probably looking at a refresher, you know, at about 36, 38 minutes in.
Dale, Silent, going to commit the Finger of Death. They've still got the Golems, and that'll give them that bonus damage. The EMP is down for Lil with the Cold Snap. They're going to slow down the Luna. He's not in range of the EMP. But Smiley's also got nothing to help him out, and these Golems. Like, they just give that little bit of extra damage to ensure the kill. And now, even now, they start to slowly take out that range Rax. And they'll time out before SVP can do anything about it. In fact, Pikachu thought he could just come to the front lines, slow down that creep wave, but it's just chain stun, as well as chain damage. And the mid-Rax will belong to Virtus.pro now.
VP probably just keep going for more. They still have 60 seconds until the DK's back up. They don't know if he has a buyback, but none of these heroes do. He's actually shy. Oh, they do know. It's 2 minutes on cooldown right now. I thought that had been over with, but... So they know this is, at best, a 4 versus 5 for SVB.
If they can get a jump initiation, they would love this away from the tier 4 towers of SVB. But with a full Desolator now about to fly out to FNG, their damage is through the roof. They can look for the next Roshan. He's about a minute away from spawn time. And there's even a double damage rune in the bottom river to help them on their way.
They're all going Ags.
Every single one?
Except for Klings, yeah. Lion's probably going to go Ags after his Glimmer Cape.
Yep.
I believe Tusk is going to go Ags. He had a point booster. Or did he sell it?
I think he
sold it.
He sold it.
Yeah, he did have a point booster, but he gets Glimmer Cape now.
Yeah, he bought a full Glimmer. Sitting on the courier at the moment. Well, there goes your dream. The Tuskar makes no sense to get a negative scepter. Even if you're ahead, it still doesn't make any sense.
200 damage, Toby.
It doesn't make sense. It is one of the crappiest Aghanims upgrades in the game.
What if you could kick the hero that has Eclipse on them away from you? Next level.
In a way, I can concede that point. Because
yes, I got it. The one-time Aghanim Tuskar is good, guys.
It actually has some logic behind it.
We broke the code.
But how far is the kick?
It's pretty far. It's like 800 range or something.
Okay, yeah, that's greater than the range of the Eclipse. What is the exact range? I don't have it. But Cap's looking it up.
I'm checking the Tuskar range real quick.
Alright, well, while you do that, VP are coming in for the death push. So we'll get an answer to your questions
900.
later. 900 range. Okay. FNG opening up. He's got the Aegis of the Immortal. And now with the Warlock Rock coming in, they got that Lich ulti that's going to do a little bit of damage, but not when they got the BK beads up for VP. FNG, he's just standing on the front lines. He doesn't care about anything because he's already triggered the BKB. He's still got the Aegis of the Immortal there. And with the pushback, Pikachu having to armlet toggle through all of this, you might have a Mana Void coming out, but you got too much mana, so it doesn't do any work from Dale. And now even getting snowballed, sharded up. He can't blink because he's got no mana available. And that's 3 heroes down for SVB. The Luna can't come close anymore. And they'll lose their bottom racks and they've lost the game.
Yeah, well played by VP. SVB kind of took a risk, obviously, with the AR. And GG. Not sure if that was a rage quit or not. But you shouldn't get mad about an AR game. It was fun. They had Luna. To support Luna with Ags.
Hey,
it's just unfortunate that BP happened to roll like a very straightforward lineup where they had every position covered. The only one that was a little bit weird was a 4-position Warlock. And that's not, I mean, that's the only way between that and mid that you're going to run a Warlock. So,
yeah. It was a rough hand they were dealt anyway.
Yeah.
And they made the best out of a bad situation. AR didn't work for them, but hey, that's what they got dealt. They had the chance to ban it out, and of course that's the way it all happens here for the D2CL. Just
good times.
It
We had
is.
some fun. We had some fun with ARDM.
We did.
I still look forward to an ability draft game. That should be fun.
I'm hoping we get one of them at least. But we'll be we might be having that tomorrow night. We've got Drag and Drop who will be doing the casting tomorrow night for our D2CL games. Remember, we've got a lot more other action coming up. Dota Pit during the day, and during the night is also when we have Dota Pit. So we've got a lot of action coming up this weekend as well. We have our own tournament coming out from our studios. It is the Defense coming up on Saturday and Sunday, and I believe Cap has something else on his mind.
675 is the range for Eclipse.
There you go. See, important. Glad to jump back to that. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to look at the VODs, especially the ones of the ARDMs with all the bugs, they're already uploaded onto youtube.com/joindota. You can check them out there as well as on the D2CL channel. They'll be uploaded there as well. So thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Dota 2 action.